right, fans, here we go. Now in the cage, 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the middleweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by Mexigoods. It's a sweet thing. Our referee in charge of this bout, Big Mark Reyes. And now, introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing the Den colors, blue and gray, training out of the Den Training Center in Yorba Linda by way of Riverside. He weighed in 182 pounds. His record, 2 wins with 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Chris Enzo Jimerson. His opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing green trunks. He is training out of Tomaselli Academy, Santa Ana, California. He weighed in 184 pounds. His record, 3 wins, 4 losses, with 2 wins coming by way of stoppage. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Idris Niiazi. All right, fans, here we go. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the middleweight division.
All right, we're about to get this one started. Chris Jimerson in the blue corner. Idris Niiazi in the red. And the very first thing thrown is a low blow. So take a little bit of a pause here. Hopefully Jimerson is okay. Definitely not the way you want to start the fight.
I argue that's the most significant strike one could have, John. just saying.
Pretty significant.
Yeah.
Hopefully does not factor into the overall quality of the fight.
All right, now we go back to work. Interesting.
Both standing orthodox. Good leg kick from Jimerson. With a front kick from Niiazi and double unders from Jimerson. Oh!
Oof. And that was almost a good reversal there, too. But
whoa,
nice.
And it ended up being a great reversal. And tried to go for mount, ended up in cross-side. I'm sorry, cross-side. Ended up in half guard.
Yep.
Head underneath. This is not exactly where you want to be. But here, Jimerson going to try to turn this into a standing guillotine, which is a risky move itself. Niiazi might look to put one hand in between the legs and lift Jimerson. It's a great guillotine defense, but he's doing a good job with that right hand, preventing the high elbow version at least. There is a high wrist version, which can work from here. I like this nice Kosoto hook that Niiazi threw here.
Idris is now looking to go ahead and start trying to pass. It is a little difficult. He's a little caught up here, but once he secures this pass, he would be in a pretty good position here, John.
I would love to see Niiazi just go right for the Von Flue choke right from there while Jimerson was holding the head, but makes his way into mount, and this is significant. Still a minute and a half to work, and in mount.
Yeah.
Jimerson has got to get out of here. A lot of damage can be placed on Jimerson from this position. Stand calm, but I'd love to see him with a little bit more urgency. Not a place you want to rest in.
And you're looking at the very tempered mount here.
All right, we're looking for a side choke from Niiazi. He's just going pure grappling.
Yep. And he's not wasting his time. He recognizes if he moves and is too off base, he's going to get basically bucked off. So at this point, he's trying to make it count. And you saw him earlier before signposting for that head and arm choke. I wouldn't be surprised if he just tries to pepper him up with the intention of getting that attempt happening again, which it looks like that's what he's signaling to do here. And you know what might not be bad? If he keeps turning like this, that might not be a bad way to take the back if he starts giving that much space. And he instead finds himself almost directly back to mount here.
Again, he's got nothing. He can't move. He hates this pressure.
I'm trying just to discern like how it is that you're able to hear your coach amongst all the many voices that are spearing out. But if you've got a coach right next to you, that is one of the best gifts that you can get, especially in the amateur level.
Good way to end that first round, too. Jimerson coming up on that double, but that's going to do it for round number 1.
A very interesting first round, John.
Yeah, curious to see. We're trying to get some cameras and some mics for the corner.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we're doing that for this round, but curious to see what the corner would tell the fighters here.
Bring them in, and then we go watch. Don't stay in that bridge. Just keep loading and going. All right? Let your hands go straight. I'll tell you when to open the hook. Punch it.
And Niiazi's corner motioning for more striking. Jimerson steps in. Tries to throw that right hand. Oh, that connected to the chin.
It's very interesting how both of these guys angle. They've been like legitimately patterning the exact same kind of cut every time they kind of throw across. They've almost missed each other just because they're so well timed. And it looks like we may be in on another takedown here. Now, last time we saw this kind of a takedown, John, we got nothing but exchange after exchange.
Yeah, I mean, double unders is really interesting. Here we've got an overhook with the cross post again. We saw this earlier in a separate fight. Good way to angle off. Yep, that's what Jimerson does.
Yep.
Yeah, and neither of these fighters quite getting off the way that they need to in the striking. They're trying to set up their strikes and still filling each other out. There was that left hook connected on Jimerson. And Jimerson might be a little bit loopy on the feet. Looks like he's rolling with the punches, but he's eaten too many of these. I think he's hurt.
Even if he wasn't hurt, that lackadaisicalness is very costly. It's a big risk.
Yep.
Keep him right there. Move. Move.
I think we're hearing his corner urge him to move from that position, and I think that would be well spent.
Good. Now use that forearm to circle off
we're
that
getting
leg.
a little bit more for him to encourage on the break.
No, keep circling. Get your legs out of them. Keep that forearm pressure. Clear that leg. Clear that leg.
With the same overhook cross post. He's doing a good job of managing the distance. He was able to circle out of the cage from this, but there, Niiazi just breaks. Nearly ends up in the clinch immediately, but breaks again.
Oof. Yeah, he does seem a little, just slightly dazed.
Yeah, Jimerson's also now switching stances, but a good level change and a nice entry into this double. Gets the hands connected and gets Niiazi down.
What a perfectly needed and well-executed takedown there.
Very good point. Very well needed. He was not looking great in those exchanges. And getting this to the ground where he's just not taking damage at least is so much better. 30 seconds left to work. Niiazi tries to use this wall or the cage to wall walk up and get to his feet.
I think at this point, though, John, you get the sense with only 23 seconds.
Looking for a triangle. He's about to get it, too. It looked like that foot biceps.
I think no, I don't think he's gotten it over, but I think he kind of recognizes this is kind of how we're going to end this round. I think at this point he's probably trying to figure out the cost benefit of wasting that energy if he's really not going to be able to finish it. I mean, let's just say this. If you're looking at that arm, it doesn't seem like it's got a lot of power to it at that moment, so I think he's pretty tired there too, John.
Yeah, interesting to see. I mean, the way that ended was great for Jimerson, but the rest of the round, not so much.
You were tired and you couldn't throw back. Go out there, throw it 70, 75%. Okay? Don't stop throwing until you hear us yell kill. Okay, when you hear yell kill, you do not stop. Got it? Everybody says, pick your stop. He's not faster than you. He's more tired than you right now. You win this round,
I have to say, that's not a bad game strategy to tell him to take it down to about 75%. I think it's the idea of recognizing, like, hey man, you're probably going to get spent in this next round just based on output and based on what we've seen in these past 2 rounds. Let's be careful about what we've got left and let's conserve and then go when we need to.
Yep. Oh, hit there. Those calls. Connections. Jimerson looking a lot more fresh at the beginning of this round. Pushing his punches and that kick. Yeah, he might be seeing fatigue set in here.
Oof.
That still landed on the head. Oh, it wasn't flush. Oh, and that's it.
Wow.
Beautiful right hand from Jimerson.
What an incredible moment for Jimerson, man.
That's exactly the kind of crazy stuff that can come out of a SparStar MMA fight.
Chris Jimerson, take a bow. What a moment here to see. This is why you tune into these fights, John. I'll tell you this. I'm not seeing this over on the UFC right now. That's the kind of knockout that you want to tell your friends about, that you want to make sure you're texting people and saying, if you didn't watch, you missed out. And we are waiting on word to make sure that Idris is okay. They were signaling over from. I did see him breathing, but we want to make sure that our athletes are always well taken care of here. Now, let's go back and look at some of these highlights, John.
Yeah, this replay some of that action. There was that switch kick, the front kick there that Idris connected on. Good takedown from Jimerson. And is this the final exchange? Yes, it's just that one right hand, and it was just square on the button. And like we said, right in the beginning of this one, Idris, who at least in my opinion, is winning this fight as a whole, he looked very fatigued coming out to this one, and that right hand, oh man, just perfectly landed.
It's the float. The float does it for me, John. Oh. It's the float back. It looked like we had put a special effect there, and we did not. That is how impressive it is. I would say this. I think part of that was definitely the technique and the wonderful execution by Chris Jimerson here, but I would say that does look like one of the kind of hits you take when you are truly fatigued. So I do think that did complicate that, because I mean, we did see him look a little bit tired in this third round, and understandably so. A very, very good fight, but it is the type of knockout that when you see your just body giving out on you like that, we definitely are hoping for the best. And
hopefully, I mean, we've seen Niiazi fight before. He's a very good fighter. He definitely looked fatigued, which is not when you want to take a perfectly thrown flush punch right on the jaw. And so hopefully he is okay. But huge shout out to the production team for SparStar, because that was a picturesque knockout, and they got multiple angles on this one. Just beautiful camera work and production there. Love to see it.
Absolutely. And we will say this, obviously we're going to spend some time talking about the wonderful work from one Chris Jimerson, and we will be making the announcement here. But man, we're definitely going to make sure that we talk about this, because the efficiency, the well construction of it is going to be something that you see on the highlight reels for many years to come. I would tell you this, if I was Chris Jimerson, you would probably see that daily. There would probably be a poster of that in my wall somewhere.
Find out how to get like a motion tattoo of it somehow.
It's an impressive display of mixed martial arts.
Man, that was just about as clean as he could get. Beautiful knockout. Hopefully Niiazi is okay, because that one, it just still, the way that it landed and the way that he fell afterward, did not look good. I'm not sure. I didn't see if he was up walking or.
If you just need to center
I
yourself
suggest
and
walking
always
should
believe
not
that
be
it's
the
going to
first
happen.
concern at this moment. Let's let that gentleman have our very good medic team attend to him and let him have some nice rest, and then hopefully things get a little bit more improved as we go. But of course, with Jimerson himself, just looking at the way that he was able to chain it together, you know, we were talking a little bit about what he could have improved, and yet he did all of that in that last round.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 30 seconds of round number 3, referee in charge, Big Mark Reyes, stops the contest in favor of our winner by way of knockout, Chris Enzo Jimerson.
That's right, fight fans. Make some noise. Oh, man. Brother, how you feeling?
Man, I feel good as fuck, man. Like, that dude's ground game was pretty fucking solid. But I followed my coach's fucking game plan, stuck with it, and got that knockout.
Now let's check out this replay. Walk us through your replay real quick.
Oh, I'm blind as shit, but I mean, I was here, so I know what happened. But just here again, he got me. I threw that overhand, and good night.
Now, who do you train with, my friend?
I train with Ben the fucking Badger Jones, Curtis Melander, out of the Den in Yorba Linda, California.
Now, what's next after this? You gonna celebrate? What's happening?
Man, I've been eating healthy. I haven't drank. I'm about to go drink. I'm about to go eat. I'm about to go see this one chick that got anemia and she hates vegetables. I'm about to see her afterwards too.
All right, fight fans, make some noise for Chris Jimerson.
All I know is whoever's preparing his food better get that man a healthy meal. When that dude says, I'm gonna go eat, you better have the world's best plate ready for him.
Oh, man.